Hey guys, it's Bonnie, and my husband and I have been the primary caregivers for my father for about 7 months now. He had dementia or maybe Alzheimer's, and today he passed away. For the last 7 months, we've been taking care of my dad. And for the last probably 2 to 3 months, I've been wanting to do a series of videos of just tips and tricks, or just things that we've kind of learned along the way for all you possible or maybe currently caregivers that are faced with what we were faced with. That it's really hard. You want to take care of your loved ones. And if you're like me, you do a little bit of research and you're gung-ho, and you have family members that say, hold up, Bonnie, are you sure this can have a huge impact on your marriage? And we've got a son. And we decided to do it. We wanted to offer that to my father. So for the last 7 months, we have been stumbling across information that has proven to be either very useful, extremely frustrating, anger, incentivizing, just and the whole time I was thinking, I'll have time. I'll share some of the knowledge that we've kind of learned with you guys. If you're in it, you know what I mean. If you're at the beginning, and if you don't really have a clue, then maybe this might be helpful too. We wanted to give this to my dad. And for 7 months, I hope that we did. I hope that we provided him with a safe place where he could be himself at whatever level of mental and emotional capacity and physical capacity that was. We wanted to be at a place where we could share and laugh. We wanted to be able to provide a place that was just safe. And there is nothing against nursing homes or assisted living or memory care. Do your research. But there is definitely a need for that. For us, we just felt like we wanted him to be in our home. And that commitment is so much bigger than you think it will be. And just to be clear, this information isn't meant to scare you. It's really meant to just say, if you are considering bringing your loved one into your home, I might have some information that might be useful. Take it with a grain of salt, because every person is different, every family is different. For us, we started seeing a physical and mental and maybe even an emotional decline in my dad. And we felt like we were doing the right things. We had reached out to his doctors and, almost kind of pleading, writing these letters, surely you can see this weight loss. What, how do you not see this? But trying to be respectful. At the same time, I've got 2 sisters. The 3 of us work. We have husbands, we have families. And, it's possible that we might have even waited a little bit too late. That's the other thing with primary caregiving, is that you are second guessing yourself a lot because it's hard. You want to be that strength for your loved one. You want to jump in with both feet, and you want to learn. And I did that, and my sisters did that, my husband did that, and we've come across some great resources. We've also been beating our heads against the wall so many times too, because there's incorrect information or resources that are out there that nobody knows about. And the person that I am, I get on my high horse and I'm like, we need to do better for our seniors. How can this be? But then I have to refocus. My focus was my dad. This 106-pound man who used to be a machinist, who was amazing at math, who loved Tuscumbia, Alabama, who maybe lived in the past a little bit. But he was our dad. And I wanted to give him a place, even in decline, where he could feel safe and comfortable and surrounded by people that loved him. And it was a group effort. It was me, my husband, my son, my amazing sisters and their spouses, my mom. We've learned so much. And the past couple of months, I've been thinking about, again, doing these videos where, hey, I can teach you the tips and tricks for, primary care giving, what they don't tell you, or, I've found some great videos that are very clinical. I found another woman who's amazing, and I'll include her in the description. But it's hard. Your house can become a sanctuary of sickness and illness. You wonder if you're doing the right thing. You wonder if you're doing the best thing. You second guess yourself a lot. You have moments where you're angry and you may not even know why. And when you come across a resource that can be helpful, and we have in several, parts of this journey, it can mean so much. You feel like you win the lottery. And the flip side is that if you run into these resources that, maybe because of COVID, or maybe because the website is outdated, you just feel so diminished. Like today, my father passed away. When you're a primary caregiver, you don't know if it's going to be 6 months, a year, 5 years. You don't know. And you wonder. Sometimes you feel a little bit guilty. And I think you know what I mean. But I was wanting to do these videos because I didn't see anybody else like that. out there going, you know what? You're trying to do a good thing, but it's really hard. The ups and the downs, the switches that are just flipped like that, like we experienced this past weekend, where I thought we had more time with my dad. And then last Wednesday, his mind and his body and his spirit, or if you're a spiritual, religious person, whatever greater power decides, you know what, it's time. So just know that if you are a caregiver to someone, maybe you really love them, maybe that relationship has been strained over the years, maybe it's out of necessity, maybe it's out of financial hardship, you maybe can't afford to put them into a facility. Just know that I feel your pain. I really do. I was hoping to do these videos where we talked about, prescriptions, and then maybe another a video around, how to manage doctors, because if you're in it, you know exactly what I mean. How to deal with the ups and downs of someone with dementia and Alzheimer's. The physical ups and downs, one day they're fine and the next day they can't breathe. And the panic that they feel, that you see on their face. And you want to be helpful. You just lack the medical expertise or patience. Maybe you're working, and God help you if you are working and trying to take care of your loved one. That's a whole nother ball game. That's the position we were at, where you're working. Somebody says something, or maybe they write an email, and you just go all like Karen on them. Only because you're just sometimes at your limit. You're just at your limit. We were in the situation where my son, who's 18, started school with Georgia State University, and he's a marching band. Band kids rule. And we're so excited about that. We've always been very active band parents. We loved it. From August to December, that's what we did. That was our thing. My son graduated in May. And we were about to be empty nesters. But circumstances and decisions, this wasn't a light decision. We moved my dad into our house. And I'm 100% honest, we wouldn't have done it any other way. We wouldn't have. Having him here was a gift. We weren't that close growing up, but he had his moments. But having him here when he was weak and vulnerable, and the roles had reversed a little bit, where I was the one who had to be of strength and warmth. I mean, even something as simple as holding his hand. That's a pretty powerful moment. Looking into his eyes when he's panicked or scared. That connection, I think, is rare. But it was a gift. It's frustrating. And it's time consuming and fatiguing as it's been. The ups and downs where you have this regular routine and then you don't, where he's getting up at 1 o'clock and 3 o'clock and 4 o'clock and you're just tired. And you still have to work. You still have to be a mom and a wife and a daughter and a sister. All of that. It was worth it. Because today I said goodbye to my father. Actually, I wasn't alone. I said goodbye with my 2 sisters next to me. When he took his last breath, you just have no idea, if you've never experienced it, how powerful that is. So we said goodbye. I truly believe he is out there in the spiritual realm, God, heaven, whatever you want to call it, whatever comforts you. My dad is there. But what I also want to say is that if you're in it, or if you're at the beginning part of your journey where you're having to decide if you want to be a caregiver, if you are going to be a caregiver, I hope that some of these videos are valuable to you. I feel like we've stumbled every step of the way. And every step of the way, we've wondered whether we're doing the right thing or not, whether we're doing it right or not. You know, are we causing more harm? Should he be in a facility where he can socialize and get the care he needs? But then you've got family. He should be with family. And you just never know. So, like I said, if you were in it, or if you're at the beginning of it, whether you're choosing it or whether your choices are a little limited, I hope this brings you a little bit of comfort. I wish that I would have seen a video like this. Just saying, you know what? It is all right. If you are at your wit's end tonight, if you're tired, if you're angry, if you're confused, if your confidence is pretty damn low, it's all right. It is all right. And though you may feel like the only person, even if you've got that invaluable spouse or life partner or sibling helping you, even if you feel like you're on that island, and heck, you might be that only person, maybe you are that only child or that only caregiver and you have no support. Heck, let's just call it what it is. You are on an island. You are not alone. Guarantee you there are other people that are feeling it too. I hope that this video provides a little bit of comfort. As I'm talking it out, I'm thinking, why would it? Because I'm a mess. I'm a fucking mess right now. But if we had it to do over again, we would. I would have been more knowledgeable. I would have been more prepared. And if I can pull myself together the next couple of weeks, and if I can remember and organize my thoughts into some of the videos that I was hoping to show you when I thought we had time, I hope it helps. And like I said, you're not alone. You're just not. You may feel like it. You may be drowning in distractions of Facebook and Instagram and TikTok, and my weakness is food. You are not alone. So I'll end on this note. Me and my husband were the proud primary caregivers to my father. It was hard. It was really hard at times. We would 100% do it again. And if I can help in any way, you reach out to me, because I've been through it. We were only going through it for 7 months. For you people that have done it way more than that, or if you're at the very beginning and feeling like you're about to jump off the edge, you hang in there. You hang in there. Because I'm thinking about you. And I'm sending you amazing amounts of good energy and love. And if you just hold on to one of those strands of good energy and love, you're going to be okay. I believe that. So, I love you, awesome nerds. Hang in there. And hopefully you'll be seeing more of me, because I want to help. I love you guys.